reform, although the White House claims that it's not really aware of the charges coming to Goldman Sachs. Jonathan Hoenig says, well, it's just weird. That's all. Jonathan, what do you think of that?
Well, Neil, it's more than a little bit weird. I mean, the morning that the SEC brought these charges against Goldman Sachs last Friday morning, at the exact same time, literally, the president's campaign organization, Organizing for America, launched a massive email blitz to thousands of subscribers asking for their support on a petition for the president's initiatives for more Wall Street regulation. His weekend address was about more Wall Street regulation, and they're taking the same playbook that they took out of the healthcare debate, painting, in this case, Goldman Sachs, as these evil, nefarious shysters, just as the health insurance industry is painted in that fashion. That's the justification that's being used to even push through even more regulation of Wall Street and business in America.
Violently, and I have no idea why.
I'm agreeing that, yeah, he is painting them as the villains they are. These guys at Goldman Sachs have destroyed our economy, and they got tens of billions of dollars in welfare, and they're still
alone. They destroyed it.
Programs.
Alone, they destroyed it.
Say again?
Alone?
They certainly were a large part of it. All of those crooks down on Wall Street that created these products that they bet against, as they said they were safe, need to go to prison. Their firms should be shut down. The American public would be more confident if they had justice being served. And the other thing is, this has nothing to do with the financial reform package. There are existing laws that are this is actually a strike against the existing.
Could I bring Maegan? I do want to get you back, Johnny, but Maegan, your thoughts on it?
You know, I'm not quite sure that focusing on the Goldman Sachs thing is really getting at the issue here, because even in the Wall Street Journal, they were saying it seemed like a water pistol and not a smoking gun, and this was something that was being blown out of proportion. So I'm more concerned with...
So you were looking at the Wall Street Journal?
I did. That's the newspaper, right? It comes to your door?
That's a Fox business alert right there.
On the internet.
Yeah.
Got that. Yeah.
Babalu, what do you make of that?
Actually, I read the Wall Street Journal, too, this morning, and I read the same thing, and it was a big surprise. The Wall Street Journal would say that. The only thing missing from this that I'm really missing is the perp walk. I would like to see them all marched out there. But by the way, I want everybody... I don't want anybody
and
to
all
think,
these people who said the system was sound.
No, that's right. No, I don't want anybody to think for a minute there's a connection between this filing of the SEC against Goldman.
I'm with him on this. Look, there are existing laws.
I'm sorry. No, there's certainly a big Chinese curtain there between the two of them.
They make a better villain. They make a better villain than going back to anything but Bush. We can't have anything but Bush in 2010 and 2012, so we need a new villain, and it appears that this is who we're getting.
Aren't they villains? Isn't Goldman Sachs being prosecuted because they perpetrated fraud, and now they are going to have to pay the consequences?
Cody, because they sold short a security. I mean, you've been a trader. People do that all the time.
They sold short a security that they were packaged to create as a bad security that they knew would destroy.
The bigger picture, without the details of what's against them, and Bob, and this is what I'm saying, is it's sort of the wind at wanting re-regulators back, right? I mean, this is...
Yeah, look, you needed a villain here in this time, in this political season, and who better than Goldman Sachs?
But Bob, why aren't those in Congress ever villains? The ones who said Freddie and Fannie were fine.
Listen,
were the financial guys
Congress is going to pay a heavy price come this November, first Tuesday in November. Believe me, a lot of people. Their payoff will come at the polls, and not well. But in this case, the American people have been waiting for somebody to get something done here. Somebody to put the...
Maegan, what do you make of that? That they're going to pay anyway.
Well, I think that we don't have enough time to have enough villains on TV, on the campaign trail. So if we pick one person to pin all of this on...
Well, the Goldman Sachs will do it. Jonathan, what do you think of that?
But, Neil, it's not just Goldman Sachs, though. It's business in general. It's anyone who works, in the president's words, on Wall Street. It's anyone who's engaged in money-making as a primary activity.
He's flabbergasted.
Well, absolutely. The crimes were committed on Wall Street. Business did not commit the crimes. No,
and that is the big distinction.
Shut their firms down.